During President Trump's tenure, there was some criticism that the tax cut plan at a time when the American economy was doing so well was taking quivers out of our arrow in terms of being able to manage the economy. We did have a pandemic, but now when you kind of look at the amount of money being pumped into the economy, are we running the risk of getting addicted to sort of free and cheap money out there?
I don't think I'd frame the argument in terms of addiction. I'd frame the argument in terms of excess. Look, you want to fill up the bathtub and you don't want things to flood out of the bathtub, because when that happens, you don't know what's going to happen next. I am worried that we're overstimulating the economy in the short run. I'm worried that we've got a housing market that's on fire. We've got more employers than ever before reporting labor shortages. Lumber prices have tripled. The cost of transporting goods from China is 3 times the normal cost. So I'm worried that all of that is going to set off an inflation, and that might in turn force the Fed to react in ways that would be financially destabilizing. Historically, inflations have had pretty catastrophic political consequences for progressives. Think of Ronald Reagan or Margaret Thatcher or Richard Nixon, all of whom were elected in response to inflation. So I do think we need to be really quite vigilant about overheating the economy and not simply celebrating all the demand. I think we need increasingly to focus on what people are going to be doing when they work and making sure we're making the most productive investments, not simply emphasizing job creation. We're headed into for the next year or two, I think, an economy that's going to have some real labor shortages. And that's a painful thing for progressives to recognize, because they've been so emphasized in making sure that everybody got a job, which is the right thing to do during the COVID period. But when you've got employers having trouble finding work, you got to adjust a bit the way you think about things. And I think that is probably the reality we're headed into.